Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome. Before we get into your full moon oracle messages, I do have a special channeled message from Spirit to you at this time during or around the full moon. Scorpio, deep water dweller of truth and transformation, Spirit sees how much you've endured in silence. Under this full moon, you are not asked to fight or fix, but to feel and release. Let the light touch what's been hidden, not to expose you, but to free you. Your power is not lost. It's simply being reborn in gentler form. Now, let's draw your full moon guidance. All right, Scorpio, let's find out, what does Spirit want you to know during or around the full moon? And this is for Scorpio and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And also, Scorpio, this is a timeless reading, but you want to listen to it on or around a full moon. All right. Oh, look at this. Okay. It goes along with that channel message from Spirit to you. This is a time of just allowing yourself not to fix anything. You're not having to fix anything because you're perfect just the way you are. And also, the experience is perfect just the way it was. In time, all of your wounds will heal and transform into beauty. And take it how it resonates for you, Scorpio, because some of you, this is just confirmation that you have turned your wounds into beauty. And so Spirit just wants you to embrace that space of beauty. All right, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. And also, my cat Lenny, my big kitten here, is with you. No matter what, you have done something to master yourself, master, or, take what resonates for you, either mastering it or you've figured something out when it comes to balancing yourself here. So even though things may not always go the way that we want, or maybe we're just having to give into a period of honoring our emotions, it doesn't mean you're off balance. So yes, you are balanced, Scorpio. And just so you know, Scorpio, these cards are actually in its own transformation. So this series will probably be the last time that these cards will appear. And I'll show you that they are transforming into something new when that card comes out. But anyhow, let's go ahead and continue and see what else does Spirit want you to know when it comes to the full moon. Oh, you know what? Ooh, you are actually right in your own element. So just embrace that you are perfectly right where you need to be. We do have the change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So even though it may be uncomfortable at times, because anytime we have to change something, or move on from something, or release, whatever it is, it may not necessarily be so easy, but Spirit is letting you know that, you have embraced something already that has been uncertain, and you've mastered that. And so just continue to repeat that. Do it again. You're being guided through a period where, yes, not all can be revealed, but the angels are close by. Don't fear anything. In fact, use fear, the word, as an acronym. False experiences appearing real. It's all in the head. So we might be too far into the future. So I would say at this time, Scorpio, don't try to get too, try to be aware if you get too caught up into the eternal future. Okay, don't get too swallowed up by the future. All right, because that can put you in a state of fear and doubt, and then it just breeds like more fear, more doubt. Now, I do sense you being in your own element here with the change and transition. So the zodiac Scorpio sign is coming out. So you may be even dealing with someone that has strong Scorpio placements, but obviously this is about you being right in your own element. And also air sign. Okay, so just take that how it resonates for you. But let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. We do have study and learning. Now, you have an opportunity, maybe now or in the future, to put your attention and your focus where you want to. So it's not about having to study and learning something where it's just bogs you down or dreadful. No, this is experiencing some type of area of study where you can feel really engaged, that you are highly interested in, and it's going to be paying off in the long term for you. So there may have been an opportunity that you're sitting on right now, or just know that Spirit is giving you an opportunity to grow in whatever area is most important to you at this time. And it could just be about this change and transition. You know, you could just be guided to study about yourself here. But the angels are allowing you to see that every day is a learning day. And it's solidifying into something beautiful. So actually, Scorpio, you're in the alchemist position here. Because you are moving freely through this change and transition, even though it's uncomfortable, you are solidifying something in the material world. So it may not appear right before your eyes, but eventually it will. You're turning something sacred and unseen into something tangible and brilliant, and maybe even a golden opportunity here. But it will be a sense of a fresh start, to be really consistent on something that is going to ground you. So I feel this is also going to help many of you to feel grounded. Earth sign is coming through. This is a point of no return. Okay, change and transition. I mean, we can't go backwards, right? It's like, you know, really, my cat Lenny, right? He's about a year old. He can never go back to being a kitten, you know? So that's the same thing in any area of our life, even relationships. So don't fear what you are leaving behind, and just stay optimistic about what's to come. Let's continue. Tidy up your thoughts by cleaning them down to what should be a priority, studying and learning, seeing the lessons in something here. And I feel that you already do that, but for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you Scorpios, this may be a new beginning on really taking charge of your own soul's evolution, right? You're really looking inward instead of outward. And you're doing something where you're cleaning house, your spiritual house. And that's exactly what you're being guided to do. I do feel the sense that, you know, there may be the Eight of Swords, which is a card of entrapment. It's just a card where we feel we're in a vicious cycle in our mind. But get back down to what's a priority here, right? Focus, redirect that focus into something that inspires you, not depletes you. Because I know that this can be extremely exhausting. What else? Give up being right. It's not worth the fight. We're just talking about not getting exhausted. You know, even if you are right, Spirit's just saying, let time prove to others and yourself that yes, you are right. But in the meantime, it's taxing on your energy in some way, shape, or form. It's not your battle to win either. You don't need to convince anything or anyone. What else? Yeah, Spirit absolutely sees and appreciates your efforts, Scorpio. You know, you might not feel, not all of you, but some of you might feel unnoticed or unseen or underappreciated. But you know what? In the unseen, you are seen. Spirit absolutely sees and appreciates your efforts. So, You know, you've got this new beginning on something to grow with, even if it's only in the invisible for right now. Because whatever you're soaking up, right, knowledge, and it's not, and okay, I'm going to point this out too, it's not necessarily a book. You could be observing and watching life, doing a lot of reflection too. But whatever it is that you're doing, you're turning something into gold, I'm telling you. Okay, what else? And if you haven't received some type of new area to focus on, you will, Scorpio, you will. Oh, Spirit is letting you know that, okay, something happened here. It could have, okay, so Scorpio, Spirit wants you to know that something could have gone much, much worse than whatever happened. Spirit was protecting you from much worse in the future. Ooh. What else? Oh, so you need to turn on your dimmer. Okay, so this says light worker, turn on your dimmer switch. You're picking up on a lot of stuff. So yes, you might be one that's already tuned into this, but and some of you Scorpios, you may not know that, you know, that you've got some abilities here to tune and tap into the unseen, and you're getting a lot of information. And so you need to unplug from something or someone and put your focus on something else that you would like to study and grow with. Because yes, you're picking up on other people's feelings, their thoughts, okay? And so yeah, it could be really loud. And you know, this card that says, you know, tidy up your thoughts. Now, it kind of makes sense with that Eight of Swords where, you know, this definitely could not be all of your thoughts here. There could be like energies, right? People projecting a lot out to you. So make sure that you're doing things to clear and cleanse your own energy field, and do something that keeps you grounded, okay? But don't fear this. Spirit just wants you to not feel that you have to totally engage in the unseen all the time. Sometimes we have to do things to just, you know, really ground and root oneself. And if that means we just kind of turn the mystic switch off and, you know, eat a pizza, okay, then do that, all right? Or eat something that, you know, just tastes good, you know, or bare feet on grass. I mean, what is it? Something that smells good. What else? Or maybe it is, you know, taking your eyes off of a screen these days and looking at a piece of paper or a book. But anyhow, you are aligning with your true self and purpose. Okay, so this is either a new beginning right now for some of you, or it's about to happen. So don't hesitate, or don't feel that you have to crawl back and hide for safety. Okay, you're already safe. You're aligning to something really important about your soul's path. See this alone time as preparation time. Yeah, look, studying and learning. It's all about preparation right now. Don't fill your schedule up with too many distractions. And you'll know it's a distraction because it's going to make you tired. You're turning something into a healthy competition for yourself. So you're moving your attention into the place that you're going to see it grow. So there may have been something too where, you know, you may question something about your own self-esteem, but you're refining yourself. Let's see where it goes. So Spirit is saying, just turn something into a healthy competition for yourself. Put your eyes on your own self, right? Be better than you were yesterday, or do something that you didn't do yesterday, you know, whatever it is, or a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it is. See your own progress. And hopefully you are. I hope you are. Oh, you're in a very gentle and fragile time right now. So yes, you do need to take care of your sacred boundaries. You need to pour into your own well by really removing anything that you absolutely can that's causing any disruption from your peace. You need to handle yourself with care, because Spirit is saying that you've shed something really dark and heavy. And it wasn't just you. You were shedding something dark and heavy for others. You were carrying the weight of others' energetics, like energetic darkness. And it's not for you to carry any longer. And this isn't to point the finger or blame, but this is just to show you and how sensitive you are and how powerful you are. So say no when no matters so that you can take care of yourself, right? You need to be gentle with yourself as much as possible, right? Because you're going through this change and transition. I mean, you see this on packages all the time, right? Something precious, something fragile inside that box that is in transition, right? It's it's en route. That's exactly where and what you are. You're en route. In the meantime, we need to handle. We don't want to do anything that's going to be unnecessary disruptions or chaos. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. What else? Okay, what hasn't expired? I feel this is all about learning and growing here. Something may felt like a setback or like you had to start over, but it's really preparing you for something better and bigger here. So the situation hasn't expired. Let's get a little bit more about that for Scorpio souls. Oh yeah, you will not be denied. Okay, so something, there's something here where Spirit is saying, see this alone time as preparation time, and that's exactly what you're doing, because you're not going to be denied of some type of important fulfillment. Okay, sorry about these cards. They're really old and grungy looking, but that's all right. They're going through their own transformation. Okay, what else for Scorpio? Yes, it's uncomfortable, but know that Spirit is guiding you through it. I told you that was one of the beginning cards here. Change and transition. You truly are being guided, okay? I know sometimes we can question that, but just make a decision that you're not going to question it anymore. Decide that you are being guided, that you are a sacred container for peace. Don't let others disrupt your peace. Be strong, Scorpio. Release while in peace. I mean, just keep continuing to find and cultivate peace so much during this time, because that is going to be that will be like your spiritual weapon against any type of negative energies or unwanted distractions that may try to come your way. But it also may help you stay aligned and grounded here and ready and prepared for whatever Spirit is making available for you through after that transition. But right now you're in that transition. What else? Yeah, like water, when calm, things become clear. So Spirit is saying your secret weapon right now is harnessing and again cultivating peace and harness it, not just cultivate it, because you're gonna have to enforce it. How many times can we find peace and then all of a sudden, the phone rings or, something happens and then we got yanked out of it, right? And so it's about enforcing it. Again, because you are a sacred container. And you're holding peace where it counts the most, because it's time for you to get the clarity that you deserve, to get the inspiration that you deserve, to feel that you are in the driver's seat of your own life instead of feeling like, you're going fast and then got to stop and go slow, and then you got to go in reverse, and then you got to go this way. No, it'll start to feel more like you're just going. And when you do have to stop or you have to take a detour, it's a fun one. It's not where you feel like you're wasting time. So Spirit is saying that the answers are going to come within when you just remain calm, composed, right? Giving yourself enough love and space to just be in this place of peace. Because something or someone is trying to disturb your peace. What else? Yeah, karma and fate is being played out. Resist saving others. Wow, I was just talking about, someone is trying to disturb your peace. You may even feel that inkling, to reach out and tell someone what they have to learn or how they can grow from this. But this is something that is beyond your control. Fate is now that soul or those souls' teacher. And so Spirit is saying, don't step in, allow something to play out here. You're putting all of your time and your attention somewhere else while karma and fate is being played out. What else? You are attracting says you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. See? Resist saving others. Something is forming for you. And if we jump too quick into trying to do someone else's soul work, we can disrupt the powerful forces at play here that have to do with your fulfillment, your blessings. And Spirit knows it's not always easy, right? Spirit knows that you have a lot, or this is the thing that I'm getting. It's like somehow you've just invested a lot of energy into something, and Spirit is telling you that did not go to waste. It's transforming into something else, something new. What else? Okay, yeah, be aware of the hamster wheel. This is why I was getting that 8 of Swords earlier. That's a repeating, a repeating mental loop. Now, just be aware of the hamster wheel when it comes to situations and people as well, right? Falling back into something here, because this change and transition, the past will always try to test you. And so Spirit is saying, like, your weapon against that is just to study and learn every single day. It's when we don't want to study and learn about our own self or about what's going on that we step into patterns that don't go anywhere. And so pay attention to that. Now, some of you Scorpios, you may need to watch out for someone too that you notice is in a repeating cycle of their own, okay? And it's like you just don't have to get involved in it. Somehow, you have to just, and I feel that you already do, but maybe this is a reminder, just know that Spirit will take care of them or help them or teach them. Yeah, because your energy and your time are being taken advantage of. Create strong boundaries. See, it's okay to create those strong, sacred boundaries. Where do you feel zapped, right? And sometimes we can be doing that to ourselves here, so we have to watch out, right? So just pay attention to those little subtle things that you might be noticing that could be depleting, or is it invigorating? And sometimes it's not about depleting or invigorating. Sometimes we just need to stay in that place right in the middle, right? Where we're just kind of neutral for the time being. Let's continue. Stay in the attitude of gratitude. I was talking about staying in the middle, staying neutral, you know, honoring these things that you do appreciate, because listen, Scorpio, Spirit absolutely appreciates you. Spirit knows that you've gone through the depths of your soul about something here. And what I see is it's like you're coming up to the surface here to get that relief or to feel that relief. The more that you can be in the state of gratitude or joy, fear cannot exist at the same time. Or maybe hate for some of you. Maybe there's some sense of feeling resentful, you know. That can't exist when we're feeling gratitude. And that's that alchemist working within you. Tuning and transforming these subtle, unseen energies that have impact on you, on your daily life, and in your future. It just doesn't happen all at once, because that's not how the natural life flows. But let's continue and see what else. Oops. Yeah, you'll go faster on your own for now. I mean, look at that. A student of life here. A steward of learning what Spirit is gifting you to learn. Because maybe for some of you, you know that you might be sharing this with others now or in the future. But some of you, you may not realize that there's something about your quest of wisdom that will be sought after one of these days. So don't be afraid to go on your own, right? Look at that. Fear stands for false experiences appearing real. And this is going to show up, I feel, for the most part, it's really about the future. So try not to get too swallowed up by that future. The future is already in Spirit's hands. You don't have to worry about it. The future is too vast, too large, too eternal for you to worry about. You got other things that Spirit wants you to tend to that in return helps Spirit too. Oh, look at that. Yes, new beginning. Thank you, angels, for opening the doors to change. I am ready. You're about to take flight here. So feel relief about some type of new beginning. And what I see is this new beginning, it may, maybe for some of you, it might feel like, oh, I have to start over or something, but it's not. There's something where you've up-leveled high. So it's like, yes, I see something about, you know, this evolution in your own conscious awareness. But I mean, I feel like you go from, you know, down here on the earth ground where I mean, you've done the groundwork. And then you did the soul work. And here we are, up high in the sky to try out your new wings because you've mastered your shadow and your light self. Yes, you're balanced. Now you're taking that and just moving forward here. And yes, we're going to have to learn some new tweaks and stuff, but that's nothing you can't handle. But just embrace that you do have a new beginning, and this new beginning is leading you to an emotional fulfilling situation, unconditional love. You get to explore that. Let's continue. Oh, look. Yes, you're exactly on your soul's path. Yep. You did something right. You're exactly on your true soul's path. and helpful people are coming towards you. So just be open. And I would say, you know, there's this whole thing about strong boundaries. You know, if you don't want to do something to take care of your own energy, I really encourage you, Scorpio, to have someone else do it for you if you can. Okay? Don't take on too much. There's helpful people. People want to help you. And you are attracting the right people. This is exactly what you need. You're attracting the right helpful people. And this is what it's turning into. The wait ripens into blessing. See, these cards are changing into these, just so you know this. And this is exactly what's happening to you. You've gone through your own rebirth. Okay, so basically your patience is paying off. Ooh, and then take a leap when the door opens. Oh, look at that, new beginning. We're just talking about that angelic being, which is you, okay? Because you are a soul of light. Taking a leap of faith. Jumping out, trying out your new wings. Because you know the darkness, this isn't about it being bad or good. That darkness is what just helps ground you. Because Spirit is saying that you are the bridge between heaven and earth. Your light is already anchored. Don't dwell on the past. Don't go too far into the future. Enjoy what you've already learned thus far and get ready to learn more. But it's not about, you know, feeling like it's a drag. It's the way that I see it, that Spirit is showing me, is that when you learn whatever you're learning, it's your fuel. It's your gas. What else? Oh boy, you're powerful. Scorpio, you are freaking powerful. You are chosen to lead. Trust your power. Ooh. It's like I get strength card with this, you know? So there may be Leo, the zodiac sign Leo coming into play right now. But this is about embracing your inner majesty. Not questioning whether or not you're ready to lead. Ooh. Oh, and money flow is returning. So if it felt a little weird and off balance with money, well, it's going to start to flow again. And I can see why, because see, you're doing something to stay in a place of balance. So we're going to step into a place of feeling far more reciprocity in life. What else? Yeah, look, I knew it. I knew it. I felt like I even used this word relief. I felt like, oh yeah, because, you know, coming up for like air or something, you know, that relief. Also, I feel like saying, you know, pay attention to hummingbirds right now. Okay, that's really signifying. And it is a sign from Spirit letting you know that, yes, relief is near. You've done the work. Joy is happening for you to feel lighthearted and to feel the sweetness of life. Especially for those Scorpios where you felt like your sweetness was, you know, siphoned. Yeah, ooh, yeah, patience and silence are your allies now. So we don't want to do anything where we feel we have to force something to move along. You may need to just embrace that right now you don't have to take action. You can rest knowing that you are in the flow of receiving. And you have a guardian here too, right? That's always watching over you. You know, making sure that whoever is approaching you will not deter you or thwart you off of your soul's path. What else? Oh, look at this, flowers, see? And this is another grounding energy here. Very medicinal, very therapeutic, and also healing. Be generous. Success, emotional fulfillment are yours. Yeah, I really sense Six of Pentacles strong, okay, because we're not working with tarot, but that is a strong sense of reciprocity, material, you know, material and spiritual needs being met unexpectedly. That's why I was talking about this whole thing about you feeling the flow, feeling that reciprocity. And you're feeling it so much that you're in this place where you don't feel obligated to be generous. It's overflow. You've reached a point of overflow in your life, in your own personal well, that now you are able to be generous. Now, if you're already in that energy, if you're already in that energy, Scorpio, then just allow that overflow to carry you. You know, where can you be generous? Success is yours. I mean, you're definitely going to see success when it comes to unconditional love. What else? Nope, that is actually it. Okay, so before we end the reading, Scorpio, during this full moon, let's ask Spirit, you know, what you need to release right now to open space for the blessing that this full moon brings. What does Scorpio need to release to open space for the blessing this full moon brings? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, Spirit is saying what you need to release, Scorpio, is quit trying to figure out the outcome. In fact, you know, don't try to get too much future predictions either. Keep that space open, because what you need and what you want, it's gonna happen in the near future. Let go and surrender. It's already yours. Something is already meant for you. Just don't try to figure it all out. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.